driver, for your photo tour through Harambe Wildlife Reserve. How's everyone doing today? Alright, great to see you here, Ed. And we'll be probably seeing plenty of animals. It's very early in the morning and those animals are always roaming about. Just a few things though to go over before we head on in there. If you're taking photos and videos, hold on to everything. We're not allowed to start to pick up cameras or anything else that might fall out. Also, when we're out there moving, I'm going to please remain seated, fully seated at all times. It does get pretty bouncy out here, I'm sure you noticed. The animals are free roaming, which means they can in front of us at any time. You don't want to be standing up if we make a sudden stop. It would not be very fun. So please remain seated. Now, definitely, you can set your children on your laps to get them better views that way. But just keep an eye on them as well. Above you there, notice some game spotting guides that might help you identify most of the animals you might see along the way. The reserve is pretty big, about 800 square miles, and it's a protected reserve. It has been since 1971. We do have wardens out there constantly on patrol, usually by air and even around on jeeps. They like to keep an eye out on the animals, so if we see one this way, then let them do their job. Now this first area we'll be heading into is known as the Little Ituri Forest. It's a small forest with very thick shrubs and trees that the animals can hide pretty well in there, so keep an eye open. We'll try to keep an eye on any of the animals you might see out there. Now, that's a good time to put your cameras into actions or sports setting and help you get clear pictures out there. I will try my best to slow down, even stop at certain areas, but I'm only allowed to stop at certain areas only, and only for a few seconds. So just have those cameras ready and take those pictures as quickly as you can. Especially those animals like to come out and then hide back in sometimes. Alright, so we're good to go. Try to put the distance away. Just head on. Oh wow, look at that. The animal they're running out. It's a yellow-backed tiger. It's actually an antelope, a very small forest antelope, but it is the largest of its kind. The one running next to it is an okapi. And despite the zebra-like stripes on an okapi's legs, they're the only known living relative of the giraffe. See how quickly that little diker runs. Actually, the name diker means diver. It refers to the way they dive head first into the bushes to escape predators. On the left side, several storks, yellow-billed storks, and they are carnivorous, like pretty much anything, from frogs to small birds. We're approaching a watering hole. Keep an eye open because, you know, this is where you'll find plenty of animals. They like to take drinks. Oh, wow. And definitely some of the rare species will hang out here. Look at that black rhino. I'm going to get a good view here in just a moment. Black rhinos are very powerful animals. They can charge at speeds of 35 miles per hour. Their hides are about 1 inch thick, and they can weigh as much as 3,000 pounds. Unfortunately, they are critically endangered. There's less than 5,000 of them left due to illegal hunting of their horns. Oh, look up ahead here. Definitely a couple of more antelopes. Let's get up ahead here. The lighter tailed animals on the right side are greater kudus, second largest antelopes in Africa. They weigh as much as 750 pounds. Now these here are females, you can tell by the lack of their horns. And one of my personal favorites out here, those reddish brown animals along the hills and a little bit further ahead, are bongos. They're so rarely seen. They're also referred to as the ghosts of the forest. Very neat horns that lean backwards, help them move swiftly out here through the thick tangled brush. That bongo there. That fake bongo.
Oh, that is awesome.
Some more storks back there, really big ones on the left side, saddle-billed storks. They're actually the tallest storks in Africa. I'm going to head out of a Terry forest. I'm going to head over to Zombie River. Let's see if we can spot some hippos out there. Typically, hippopotamus stay in the water most of the time. They do have sensitive skin. They can't easily overheat. So when they do come out, it's usually during later portions of the day or at night to feed along the banks. Keep an eye up on here. Looks like the river's a bit flooded from all the rain, but this truck can take it. Definitely some hippos out there. You can see them right behind the islands. Go on the other side. Might get a better view. A lot of birds here as well. The big white ones are pink-backed pelicans. And they're pretty clever. They work together to fish into shallow waters. Makes it easier for them to feed off. Wow, look at all those hippos back there. Stop here. They're all just laying back there. Hippos can hold up about 6 to 8 minutes at a time, so they can snap pretty well underwater. And hippo, when it's first born, weighs about 85 pounds, so a fully grown one will weigh as much as 5,000 pounds. Very big animals. Looks like a really old bridge up ahead. I'm gonna go slow just in case. Wow. Take a look what's under that bridge. Those are Nile crocodiles. Really big Nile crocodiles. They're a lot more larger, a lot more aggressive than the American alligators. They can grow as lengths of 20 feet. Those jaws have the crushing power of 1,200 pounds per square inch, and they're strong enough to crush them. That's right. So you can spot different kinds of animals. Although speaking of different, look up at this tree here on the right side. It's known as the baobab tree. It survives a drought by storing water in its trunk. Will sleepless about 9 months out of the year. Very common tree in Africa. Wow, but check out this view. Serengeti grasslands, they stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It's a superhighway for millions of migrating animals each year, and also home to our local favorites like lions and elephants. Definitely the wild of Africa, working so hard to conserve. Oh wow, there's a couple of giraffes out here. Look carefully in the trees. Despite being such big animals, they can't hide. Now, like that giraffe there, really dark in color. It's not the tallest piece of giraffe. It's called the Maasai giraffe. You can tell by that dark leaf-like pattern on their coats. Maasais will grow typically about 14 to 15 feet, though they can grow as tall as 18 feet. Oh wow, look at here on the left. Let's miss those largest antelopes in Africa. They're Patterson elands. Look at this other Maasai here on the left side. Now up ahead, you might notice there's another giraffe a little closer to us, and it's a lot bigger. These up ahead are reticulated giraffes. If you notice, their patterns are a lot different. Like that, the Maasais are back there. You can see the difference between the reticulated giraffe. They get a name from the Latin word reticulata, which means net. It refers to that net-like pattern you see on their coats. They can grow up to 20 feet, making them the tallest animals in the world. active animals, actually. They only sleep about 30 minutes a day, about 5 minutes at a time.
I want a giraffe, Daddy. I want it now.
Then so you shall. Get my checkbook. Oh, they're coming up to walk over to the bar.
Another giraffe here. Another Maasai.
Battery life. There's some aminals.
There's something between these bushes ahead. Look carefully. Oh, those are white-bearded wildebeest.
Those are beasts.
Wildebeest are also known as gnu for the grunting sound they make. They do form one of the largest migrations left on Earth. About 1.5 million of these animals can travel across East Africa each year. People say it sounds like thunder running across the plains.
There's a cat. There's a cat.
That's very impressive animals between the palm trees, huge horns, and collie cattle. They're also referred to as the Watutsi cattle. They were named after the African Watutsi tribe which first domesticated them. Those horns do grow lengths of 5 to 6 feet from tip to tip. And they're not as heavy as they look. There's actually a blood circulating through the horns, so it acts like a cooling system for them. Next to the ankle is also a water buck in front of it. It's an animal with the ring on its rear side. That one's a male. You can actually tell by the horns. Only the males have horns, and they are solitary. We're gonna head into elephant territory as we get spots on elephants. You know, I can see one already. Looks like a big man.
Oh, there we go. That's a big one.
On the rocks on the left side, look careful between the trees. You'll see some monkeys jumping in the trees there. Mandrills.
Yeah, no monkey.
Mandrills are Africa's largest monkeys. The dominant male is actually very brightly colored. He's the largest of them all. Can weigh as much as 100 pounds. Nice to get a look over radio station. Let's give that a try. I'm gonna view this elephant here. He doesn't want a picture.
I guess we're the butt of his joke. Oh, yeah, I forgot there's kids. Sorry.
Now, the way elephant herds work, it's really the females and the calves, the ones that gather together. They're led by a dominant female called the matriarch, while the males tend to be solitary. Males are also a lot larger than females, about 12,000 pounds of full elephant weight. Females about 6,000 to 8,000. The other red clay pits, so there's all the red clay pits and a lot of minerals. Good sign of elephant activity out here.
We're in the sky.
You know, it's funny to have all this stuff on top like we're going on the safari.
Plenty more of these baobab trees out here. Pretty good at what they do. They can live over 2,000 years old. They're also referred to as the upside down tree, leafless branches like roots hanging in the air. Look around the watering hole here. There's a flock of greater flamingos. You look, notice they're kind of more whites than pink, but that's because greater flamingos do have the lightest pink coloring of all the flamingo species. They're not really born pink though. They get their coloring from what they eat. Fried shrimp and other aquatic animals high in carotene. They're actually born gray. It takes about 2 years to develop their full pink coloring. You can often tell how old the flamingo is by the coloring. A lot of them, the young ones, have still some grayish marks on them, especially around their heads. Looks like some ostrich tracks out here going. Oh, the cheetahs. Definitely a cheetah out there. And cheetahs are the fastest land mammals on Earth, reaching speeds of up to 70 miles an hour. Now, they are daytime hunters. In fact, the only daytime hunters out of all the big cats. So they have excellent eyesight. They use camouflage and their speed, of course, to hunt. Very impressive animals. Several of them. The Copies and not often see big cats like cheetahs and lions on these rocks. They use it to look out for prey below, so keep an eye open so you can spot something up here. The warthog here. Warthogs are the largest burrowing animals. Their line of burrows keep safe. They're usually hiding in them. Oh, look at the babies back there. There's actually some little ones. Up ahead, really big ostrich right next to us. And look at them ostrich eggs. Ostriches are the largest birds, so of course they lay the largest eggs. About 3 to 5 pounds, each of their eggs hidden away.
Are they? Just like I told you.
Can't even see me.
Right here.
No, I can't see it.
On the right side, there's bontabos, very special animals. You will only find them in reserves now. They have been wiped out in the wild.
It's supposed to be what a velociraptor turned into because of those claws on their feet.
I'm going to make a detour here. I do want to show you something new and exciting happening at Harambe Wildlife Reserve. This area has recently been added and is now part of a protected environment. One has it that zebras introduced here very soon. One of the zebras coming in is known as the grabby zebra. It's an endangered species. So we're hopeful in an area this vast to thrive and expand, increasing their population. A lot of construction going on since zebras are savanna-dwelling animals, so they need a lot of flat plains to run. So a lot of leveling going on. Our reintroduction is a very important part of conservation. A lot of animals are pushed out of their natural habitats, usually due to livestock farmers and the vast amounts of land to expand. And the animals that are driven out sometimes they cannot adapt, which causes them to become endangered or even extinct. So reintroduction efforts pretty much bring back animals to their natural habitats and gives them a great, increases their chances of survival. Hoping that reintroduction efforts Africa gets more involved in, and actually conservation as a whole, it will definitely secure the future of the wildlife here in Harambe and all of Africa, really. I'll be dropping you off at the Warden's Post. So there's a short walk to Harambe Village. If you're looking to see more animals, I'll recommend you check out the Kilimanjaro for exploration. There's lots to see out there. Gorillas, bull rats, meerkats, underwater meerkats area. A whole lot more. Remember, the conservation is everywhere, so please do your parts wherever you live. You can check out Rafiki's Planet Watch to know more about that. They have a great conservation station on there, petting area to bring exhibits of snakes and arachnids, and even a medical center. So they usually do sometimes medical procedures very early in the morning. So a good place to go about now. We want to thank you all for touring Kilimanjaro Safaris. Do come and get the safaris are the same twice. Please be sure of that.